The authentic and true self, without compromise, without comparison, is of great satisfaction. It is feeling good about yourself. So there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. You are supposed to love yourself. If you look at these words, I love being in the center of attention, then you are identifying with I, as in your personality. If you say, I am love, being in the center of aware attention, then you identify with love, and you are more of the message than the messenger. So you are supposed to be in the center of attention within yourself. That's what you are looking for. You are love. You are a being. You are aware, and you have attention. I am is free. It is not identified. So I am love, being in the center of aware attention, light, God, source, within yourself. Identified with self. Myself creates polarity, duality, as you are identifying with something that you own. Myself. But that becomes, I love myself. Of course, you love yourself, but myself is actually a bit of a objective distance. I love self. That's the correct way to say, I love God. I love self. That's it. And if you feel like you understand this, then you are a master of the universe, of your universe. You are a master of your inner environment, because the universe is all inside you. You are creating all of this. You are projecting out a third dimensional reality from within yourself. And then you might question the appearance, given the collective perception of the earth. Why does it look the same? We have individual projections of a unique experience as each individual. Yet we look at the tree, and the tree looks the same for us. A little bit different perspectives, but it's the same tree. That is because in the foundation of everything, we have agreed on a natural foundation of harmony. And harmony is in balance. And something that is in balance doesn't need a change. it can only grow and get better. It doesn't need a course adjustment from being against itself. So as we do destructive things in relation to what is actually loving, we are going against nature. That's really not a big surprise for most of us, yet we do it. We do it with ourselves, each other, and with our outside environment. So what's the problem? Are we morons? We're acting like morons, but the root problem that makes this not equate as to a positive outcome is a negative foundation, which is actually not affirming and giving credit to love, and making fear a manifested reality. Fear is also what becomes shame and guilt. So guilt is actually fear, and fear is dark energy. It drives backwards, it sucks in, so you lose as you give credit to the darkness. You can call that the devil if you want to, but that is just a metaphor and a concept to describe something that is non-conceptual, as darkness is. If you go out in space and you see a lot of darkness, you can go towards the darkness and it will just keep on. You will never reach the darkness. So what does that tell us? It doesn't exist. We create it. So if we create that, that means that we can actually state that fear is non-existent. And as we do that, we rid ourselves of resistance. Fear is fear of self. The darkness is afraid of the light. Inside one human being, that becomes manifested outside if many people are in darkness, which is a collective thing. We have a collective soul, and that is God. That is self. That is being, pure loving consciousness, streaming, all giving, all forgiving energy that gives you whatever you want and makes you into what you are meant to be, as you give all credit and affirm and acknowledge as much as you can, and actually change yourself as to correct yourself within, as a spiritual chiropractor, coming to a true foundation. True is love. Love is true. And love is God. And God is central. God is in perfection. God is at point, the point the perfect point in time. Only time is an illusion, so timeless, which makes for infinite and eternal. That's who you are. That's who you are as a soul being inside this avatar called a human being. I feel that a humane being is a being that is capable of dreaming. And that's why you have your life, because it's a dream. You dream, you project this. This is all a dream. And that is being a dream being. And if you think about like an affirmation that says, "Thank you, God, I'm so happy and grateful for making all my dreams come true." I would suggest saying, "Thank you, God, I'm so happy and grateful for making all of my dreams of love coming true." Because we are dream beings, and sometimes we are extremely negative, and that's dreaming too. So if you have a lot of dark thoughts, a lot of dark visions, dreams, and you just say, "All my dreams come true," well, then the nightmares do. Those are dreams as well. They're just negative, destructive. You are a soul being, a timeless being, a dream being, a dreamy being, if you live your dream. Then life becomes magical, because it's not magic. Life is magic. Life is magical. And when you feel like life isn't, like it's just function and work and pooping and sleeping, and then you are very identified with yourself, the separation, the ego identity, the rational mind. And that is something else. That is a lower vibration, and it is a lower experience. That's what it is. It becomes a lower experience. So colors and textures and distances and experiencing another human being, everything becomes more and more beautiful. And experiencing like a cup of coffee can be like finally going to Africa after you've wanted to go there for 70 years or something. It creates, as it is from a true foundation, it becomes more enjoyable as you are more in love in yourself, as being in love in yourself. Being love, feeling love, just experiencing love in yourself, feeling love. Then life becomes more enjoyable. And that is because the rational mind has become free, and you are more identified with soul, which is love, and the rational mind judges and evaluates. So you can see how that becomes when somebody is identified with that strongly. It becomes like, yeah, I see this pen. Is this pen the best shape it can be? I see my walls, maybe, is it? And just questioning, evaluating everything, because one is caught in the rational mind. And that is a product of what was supposed to be racing, but it was a lot of control, which makes you question yourself. And that's the whole part of socialization. And that is something that needs to be changed in your subconscious mind, as to tell yourself that you are everything just for being. And then you do a bunch of stuff, which includes mistakes and everything. We owe ourselves. We are in debt. And we owe ourselves love. That's what it is. We owe ourselves love. If you neglect your love and you treat yourself in a negative fashion, then you put yourself in debt, as you owe yourself love, as love is the most valuable thing in the world. So you have been impressed with negative subconscious convictions from caretakers, or trying to be caretakers, but they didn't know how they came from a background that was rougher than yours. So they did their best, but they are not guilty. And I am not guilty for taking over that. And I'm not guilty for mistreating myself. But I owe myself love. I give myself love. That has been the problem. So I forgive myself. I forgive myself for mistreating myself. And I understand that all of that came from fear, which is non-existent. So the debt is just an illusion. And then I come to love within myself and join forces with the universe, with God, with self, as I have a great deal of understanding and comprehension within myself from experience. This is not something that you can buy or read in a book. This is not something that you are handed over, as I cannot take this and give this to my daughter and my son. Can't do that. And if you think about it, it makes so much sense, because there would not be a human experience. There would not be a school. There would not be any kind of challenge at all as to develop, evolve, and unfold. So what is the unfolding? It is losing all of the petals of the flower until you reach the center. But you don't throw away. You just get to center. The center of attention, with a message that is so strong and so important that you don't give up. And you wish to tell this to everybody as clear as you can, in order to not create a bunch of interpretations as to create even more conflict. You do it simple, and you do that to yourself, and then you can give that away. And that is something that kids give us. A 3-4-year-old gives us this. And we walk around like a guru telling the kids. We know how to pay a bill. We know how to drive a car. But they know life. They do. And they can carry that on throughout their whole life and live a joyful, enjoyable, funny, loving life all the way through, with challenges, of course, but not I'm in a war zone and my father just got shot in the head kind of challenge. It would be more of a different kind of challenge, as to perhaps evolve from a natural foundation, true, harmonized, and to create more love instead. And that will be the challenge. Fueled and driven by joy. That's another story. That's a love story. We want to be role models for the kids so much. And when they ask us, we want to tell them that we know, in order to give a sense of security, I guess, to give to the kids, that we are having things in check. but we aren't. We are just juggling all of these bills and work and pressure and everything. The control is to give it up. It is to give up authority. And that is actually for the self to be a master, and for the rational mind to be a humble servant, loyal. And the mind will only give itself up in conviction. So you need to convince yourself that all is love. I am love. I am beautiful. I am good enough. Everything. You can talk about the environment and the earth, but your main responsibility is about you. You feeling good, feeling better, feeling great. Why not? You feel great? Who do you think you are? I don't think I feel. I feel I'm love. And I deserve that. I deserve all the love in the world. Why not? Why not? Honestly, don't look at me. Look at yourself. Why not? Well, it's because, yeah, begin there. That's it. I know to be worthy of all the love in the world. I know to be worthy of my dreams coming true. I feel this. There's another hint. You think. You feel. Feel more. God, love, feeling, soul. I love that song. It's got so much soul in it. Yeah. I love this dish. I cried when I ate your food because there was so much love in it. I did it with soul. I did it with love. This, I would like to speak to the manager, because I have lost 3 teeth from eating that bowl of bolts and nuts. Yeah, like a rational person, a rational chef, a rational artist. Everybody is an artist. Everybody just do what they do in the way they do it. And I am a fantastic artist. And what makes me a fantastic artist? It's me. Surprise! You are the creator. You are the creator. You can create anything. You can do anything. But if you don't affirm that, if you don't acknowledge that, then you just bully yourself in the worst way possible. As you do better and better and become more beautiful, kind, loving in everything you do, but still don't give yourself credit. And then you expect to see credit. Where's the money? Where's the success? Where is the collaborations? Well, it's you. You gotta affirm and acknowledge yourself as the creator, as God created in the image of God, soul being, being of love, in the center of aware attention. You are focused on self. You are focused completely on self in everything you do. Not myself, self. Who is self? Self is love. What is love? Love is energy, creation, inspiration, all peace, all love, wants all good. It's all good. It's all well. It's all perfect. Is the war perfect? We think so. That's the truth. We think that we need to fight a bit more to come to a solution. Don't think about it. Feel free. You want life? You want everything? Feel free. Help yourself. Feel free. Help yourself. To say, I am free, and acknowledge and affirm that I am free, is ego. But I need to become free, as to come to a greater understanding about love, to change that affirmation into we are free. We are free. We are free. We are free. We are free now, because there is no time. There is no time to fight. We are free now, in perfection, in timelessness, in the eyes of God. Now take that to heart as a human being, and you will feel yourself to be perfect from the inside out. That's a great feeling that has nothing to do with anybody else, unless when they experience you wanting to give them love, show them love. as you are love, and not ashamed of it, not feeling guilty about it, and certainly not in fear of love. The only fear of love is the skeleton in the closet, afraid of itself. But a skeleton is not living. And the darkness in the closet is non-existent. You can't touch it. It doesn't exist. So it's just to come out of the closet. Come out of the closet how? As a soul being. That's the correct way. Oh my God, I gotta trash because I like to be with, that's a preferred choice. That's a taste. There's no judgment in that at all. It is just, this is my preferred taste. It's my flavor. I like this. I like this a lot. I love it. Yeah, love. You love it. So do it. Just do it. Do what you want. And love what you do. And things will be great for you. Why? Because the universe doesn't have a choice. Because it's unconditional. So it doesn't know how to make choices. So you choose as you create. Each choice is a creation. And that is how you view the world, but it's from the inside out, so it's how you view yourself. And that's a choice. And that's perception. And that is being tainted and controlled as judgmental thoughts in negative vibration has been infused in your subconscious mind. And then your perception changes as to not be so vibrant, colorful, and full of joy because you're dark on the inside. And then you change that through the inner work where you alchemize and create more light inside yourself. I'm getting bigger is a very beautiful thing to say to yourself, connected to heart and knowing you are soul. I'm getting bigger. I am expanding in my love, which is also a bit of coming to a place where you allow for growth. Because if you're carrying a lot of negative energy, then you are not really expanding that much because you're holding yourself back. Can you see why you hold yourself back? And the soul expansion really takes off when the negative convictions and what becomes the darkness is not in the ratio having mandates within your environment, not giving authority as you give authority to God, light, love. And then you will get a reflection of that outside in the world as you affirm that and acknowledge that to be true, as you feel it is your dream, it is what you want, it is what makes you feel good. It makes me feel great, actually, and I really want that. So what do I want? Mostly, I want love, and I want the most love possible, and I want to connect as much as possible. And I want that to last, and I want that to deepen, and I want that to be more and more and more. And that is not something that's going to happen with 1,000 people. That's going to happen with one, with her, whoever she is, wherever she are, wherever she is. That is the main objective, as to find your other half. And then you want a bunch of other connections with really deep connection with a lots of love, but it's not going to be like that one. And that's friendship and collaborations and partners in art. You can have partners in business as well, but at the core of things, there is an art form. So we're all artists. An accountant is an artist. That's magic for me, for real. Because I have created transmutation.se, and I have made all the music, and I have recorded all of these videos, and I have great insights, emotional understanding, but I'm still like counting on my fingers when I boil eggs. That's not my sharpest side. And it is also natural, because I am not interested in learning it, because it's well, to be honest, it's painful. It is painful, but I guess that's there you have it. Here you have honesty, straight up. This is something that I need to study more, as to expand that part of my being. But if I really don't like it, if I feel like I don't get anything out of it, I will have a hard time. So you have to see the fruit before it happens. And that's the part of the challenge of getting to know yourself emotionally. But you see, that's almost entirely everything you are. So it will give you a lot more than to focus on that little part. The calculative, evaluating side. It's important. You cannot compare. But to be a humane being, an emotional being, dreaming dreams of love that creates a world like that, it is important to focus on that, because it heals the world. It heals yourself, it heals the family, and it gives and presents opportunities for more growth, and a better tomorrow, a better life, a better everything. Zen. I titled this video ZEN-THEATRAL because it's an act, it's a show. You are acting and learning and having a life. If you do that from I am love being in the center of aware attention, true, in love, really appreciating, loving also, then you do good, because you are good. And it's nice to achieve and perform, because it feels good, because you are good and you're doing it for a good cause, and you put the message before yourself. That's what Oprah said. That's what everybody's looking for in whatever they do. Want to bake pies for people? Want to bake cakes for people? That's your platform. Blue collar workers of America, you are somebody. Affirm yourself to be. It's the only way. And be what you want to be. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.